ऐसे समय में जब वैश्विक स्तर पर हर क्षेत्र विभिन्न समस्याओं से रूबरू हो रहा है, तब शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में भी छात्रों को नई तकनीक से सहज करने और सामंजस्य बैठाकर टीचिंग प्रोसेस को सुचारू रूप से शिक्षक जारी रख सके और छात्र सुगमता से इसमें अपनी सहभागिता निभा सके। इस मुद्दे पर डॉक्टर ओल्गा ने चाइना में किए अपने रिसर्च का हवाला देते हुए अपनी बातें रखी।
First of all, I would like to thank the organizing committee of the online international multidisciplinary conference Emerging India through Sustainable Development and Innovation in Atmanirbhar Bharat. I also thank Shri Jagdish Prasad Jamabarmal Tibrawala University for inviting me here and giving this wonderful opportunity to communicate with the researchers, scientists, and educators in India. My special thanks to Dr. Rupali Taru personally. It is a great honor for me to present the results of my latest research and practical activity performed in Zhejiang University in Jiangxi province in China. My special thanks to the colleagues who are present here now, online and offline, and I hope for fruitful cooperation in the future. The topic of my lecture today is educational strategy based on system activity approach. I'm going to present a theoretical part of my research based on analysis of literature and my previous experience in Russia. The practical part that includes a pedagogical experiment is now going on, and it is still going on, and I plan to finish it at the end of this year, 2021. So at this point, we have 5 basic questions about teaching. The first one is, who is teaching? Who are we? Whom are we teaching? What are we teaching? How are we teaching? And what for are we teaching? So let's start with the question, what are we teaching for? So the global goal is to improve competitive position of a country in the global world. In our case, let's talk about India. So educators are supposed to upgrade the academic reality in the world. So to achieve the goal, the global goal, educators should prioritize the education and its development. And to follow the strategy, education and science will lead the country to the prosperity and success. And to orient education to high quality. At this point, we are facing 4 basic contradictions. The first one deals with the social demand in high-class specialists and the students and graduates with medium results. Really, how can we raise a high-class specialist out of the students who shows average results? Number 2, teaching technologies that do not consider psychological process is the result of the lack of strategy that clarifies a teaching model based on psychological and pedagogical common factors and laws. The third contradiction deals with the requirement to organize manageable individual in-class activity of each student and the lack of learning and teaching materials in academic theory and practice. Moreover, demand in psychologizing in teaching any academic course is in the total conflict with deficient usage of psychological knowledge in educational practice. So, being a teacher from Russia, working in the university in China, I will tell you about some challenges for international teachers who start working in Asian countries. Here they are. Students are used to teacher-fronted styles of learning. Large classes leave no chance for a teacher to contact each student often. Types of exercises are close-ended, calling for specific answers. Gap fills with keys. Fluency accuracy balance is in favor of accuracy.
Sir have 20 international publications. Sir, professional skill is job placement, corporate blogging, corporate consultant, team management, communication expert, and networking expert. Personal skills is creative writer, reliable and professional, organized, target achiever, fast learner, and self-motivated. So I would like to invite Sir, Professor Zulfikar Ali Sir. Please continue with your speech, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rupali Taru ma'am, for inviting me here. Such a magnificent program arranged by JZT University. Honorable Chair of the session, distinguished guests, respected faculty members, and students of the 2 days International Multidisciplinary Conference on Emerging India through Sustainable Development and Innovation in Atmanirbhar Bharat, arranged by JZT University. I am expressing my gratitude to be virtually presented here. Firstly, I would say, as a Bangladeshi, we are so grateful to your countrymen due to the support in our liberation war in the year 1971. And you will be happy to know, few days ago, Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, visited our country and glorified the 50th anniversary of our Independence Day. Dear participants, secondly, I will mention that JZT is in my heart as I visited 3 times to your magnificent campus. I received cordial love and admirable care from your teachers and authority. I will remember the taste of your delicious food of your varsity canteen forever. You'd be happy to know that 5 students from Bangladesh have successfully awarded PhD from JZT University under my active guidance. And they are now acting as the brand ambassador of JZT in my country. JZT has a good image in Bangladesh, and my university authority is willing to make a try with JZT University for a student and faculty exchange program very soon. Again, I feel honored to be the guest speaker in this session. Dear participants, indeed, the title of the conference addressed the burning issue of making the world for the better future. As we all know, Atmanirbhar Bharat concept lies on 5 pillars, namely economic, infrastructure, system, demography, and demand. Under this program, the government of India has allocated 20 lakh crore rupees, which is 10% of the Indian GDP in fiscal year 2019 to 2020. The main objective of this program is clear: to make India more sustainable, more reliant, and more dependent on her own resources. Honorable Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, said, the state of the world today teaches that Atmanirbhar Bharat, the self-reliant India, is the only way. But the scholars, academicians, and the economists of recent time disagree with the viewpoint of Swaminath Iyer from the point of view of sustainable development. Dear participants, I am like to share you the significance of the concept now. The COVID-19 pandemic is having an unprecedented impact on the economy around the globe. And India is not exception. In order to help the country cope with the pandemic, the government of India has made a slew of policy reform and announcement. With the aim to revive the economy, Prime Minister Narendra Modi emphasized the necessity of self-reliant India. The initiative focused on reviving the economy, promoting the domestic products, generating employment, supporting startups, and budding enterprise, strengthening supply chain and empowering people. Narendra Modi, in his speech, pointed out 5 I's to make India a self-reliant economy. This induce intent, inclusion, investment, infrastructure, and innovation. He further states on the need to restrict imports and boost local manufacturing with the market in India for world, local for global, and vocal for local initiatives. Dear participants, some factors influencing the movement. First is the social factors. With a large pool of highly educated and ambitious youngsters in India, it has an advantage in the increasing number of startups and independent enterprise promoting the indigenous talent. Government schemes like Pradhan Mantri Kushal Vikas Ujjayan, Rural Self-Employment Training Institute, etc., enable the youth from rural India to secure industry-relevant skill training and migrating to the bigger cities for job opportunities or establishing their own business. Dear viewers, the structural factors are India boasts of strong technical and engineering capabilities that are backed by the top-notch educational institutes that work towards educating the youth in India. The government has initiated a new education policy to meet the changing requirements of quality education, innovation, and research that further aims to make India a knowledgeable superpower around the globe. There is a new focus on vocational training as well, further increasing the talent pool. The economic factors. Dear participants, the Make India campaign is playing a significant role in boosting the domestic manufacturing industries and reducing the reliance on imports. The achievement of the personal protective equipment, PPE, manufacturing industry, establishing a new market estimated to be worth at least 10,000 crore RS in just 2 months is an exemplary example of the Make in India success story. This has not only given birth to an entirely new industry, but has also made India self-reliant and strong nation. India has a favorable business environment now. It ranks at 63rd position among 190 nations in the recent World Bank report Business 2020.
Let me introduce Mr. Mohammad Atiful Haq Shuhan, the Vice Chairman, Reviver Power and Automation Engineering Limited, and Vice Chairman Board of Trustee of the International University of Scholars. Sir is a guest of honor from Bangladesh today, so I really request Sir to grace this event with your presence and make the event a grand success with your proposal of MOU with JJDU. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rupali Taru, and thank you very much for inviting me here. I would like to thank the Sri JJD University and the keynote speakers and all the speakers here, the teachers and the students and all the participants in this conference. First of all, the economy of Asia is economy of the world is shifting towards Asia, and we are the South Asian people very much lucky to have the resource like people. People are the consumer, people are the producer, people are the running fuel of the world. So we are the Asian people are lucky that we have all the resources here in the part of our side. So we hope that in near future, the economy will be shifting towards the Asia, and the South Asian economy is very important part of the Asia. Now, with the development of the economy, two things we are going to face as challenges. First of all, the environmental factors, the carbon emission, the environmental factor. Some speakers say the water usage, then the pollution of the air, water, and the soils. So these are going to be a big challenge in future. Also, the manufacturing capacity of each site is going to increase to boost up the economy. As some of the speakers said, that the iPhone is going to manufacture in India, and I would like to also add that the Samsung is manufacturing in Bangladesh, and many other electronic manufacturers are shifting towards the Southeast Asia. So the manufacturing capacity is boosting up. The industrial management is going to change. For example, with the automations are coming in a great way in this area, including the HR management, financial management, and so on. In these sectors, research and development are the very important part to develop the total structure and infrastructure. And we, the University of Scholars, would like to join with the total team of the research and development community to put our effort and contribution toward the society. Thank you very much for your invitation. I would like to thank you all for the conference. Thank you.
वहीं दूसरे दिन यानी 25 अप्रैल को पूरे दिन चले इस ऑनलाइन कार्यक्रम के बाद जेजेटी विश्वविद्यालय के इंटरनेशनल अफेयर्स की कोऑर्डिनेटर डॉक्टर अंजू सिंह ने नए वैश्विक परिवेश में आत्मनिर्भरता के महत्व पर अपने विचार रखते हुए सारे वक्ताओं का उनके अमूल्य विचार रखने के लिए धन्यवाद ज्ञापन किया और समाज के हर तबके के आपसी सहयोग करने की अपेक्षा की।
2 दिवसीय कॉन्फ्रेंस में आप सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स, स्कॉलर्स और हमारे गेस्ट स्पीकर्स का जो योगदान रहा है उसके लिए मैं आप सबकी बहुत आभारी हूँ। मैं इसके बारे में बस इतना ही कहूंगी कि आत्मनिर्भर यह शब्द जितना एक व्यक्ति के लिए जरूरी होता है उतना ही जरूरी एक गांव, एक शहर और एक देश के लिए भी जरूरी है। यदि हमारा देश, हमारा शहर और गांव खुद पर निर्भर होंगे तो हमें कभी किसी बाहरी शक्तियों पर निर्भर नहीं होना पड़ेगा। वर्तमान परिस्थितियों में लोगों ने सामंजस्य बिठाने के लिए नए नए तरीके खोज निकाले हैं। मैं शोध विद्यार्थियों से अनुग्रह करते हुए कहना चाहूंगी कि आज की तत्कालीन परिस्थितियों के मद्देनजर उनकी भूमिका बहुत महत्वपूर्ण हो जाती है और इसी को ध्यान में रखते हुए कि वो जनसाधारण के लिए आज की विषम परिस्थितियों में संतुलन बनाए रखने के लिए रोजगार के आसान तरीकों से उन्हें अवगत कराएं जिससे कि वो अपना जीवन यापन कर सकें। ऐसे ही ज्वलंत मुद्दे पर श्री जेजेटी विश्वविद्यालय द्वारा आयोजित इस अंतर्राष्ट्रीय कॉन्फ्रेंस को सफल बनाने के लिए श्री जेजेटी विश्वविद्यालय की टीम, स्कॉलर्स, पार्टिसिपेंट्स और गेस्ट स्पीकर के सहयोग के लिए मैं एक बार फिर से सभी को बहुत बहुत सराहना करती हूँ। और इस बारे में मैं बस इतना ही कहना चाहूंगी कि हमें प्रकृति से जीवन जीने की कला सीखनी चाहिए। कुछ सीखो उन पौधों से, तूफान धूप जल सहते हैं पर कर्म वह अपना करते हैं। कुछ सीखो उन पौधों से, तूफान धूप जल सहते हैं पर कर्म वह अपना करते हैं। कुछ सीखो उन पशु पक्षियों से जो मंजिल के खातिर स्वयं रास्ता खोजा करते हैं, स्वयं रास्ता खोजा करते हैं। कोई छोटा बड़ा नहीं होता, कोई छोटा बड़ा नहीं होता, सब में कुछ ना कुछ कौशल है। मस्तिष्क किसी का विकसित है तो कुछ में सक्रिय बाहुबल है, यानी कि ब्रेन और एनर्जी दोनों को मिलकर आज की परिस्थिति से कोप अप करने के लिए आगे बढ़ना है और एक दूसरे का साथ देना है। खुद पर इतना विश्वास करें, खुद की झोली खुद ही भर लें और आज इन परिस्थितियों में सबके सहयोग से आगे बढ़ें और आप भारत को आत्मनिर्भर बनाने में अपना संपूर्ण योगदान दें। आए इन विषम हालातों में एक दूसरे के सहयोग से अब जीवन को आसान बनाना है। स्वयं तो मुस्कुराते ही रहिए, औरों के चेहरों पर वजह मुस्कान की बन जाना है। और लास्ट में बस एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल देना चाहूंगी कि कोई भी काम छोटा नहीं। हजारों कपड़े दुकानों पर लटकते रह गए और छोटे से मास्क ने करोड़ों का व्यापार कर लिया। अंत में मैं ईश्वर से यही प्रार्थना करती हूँ कि सबका जीवन सरलता से व्यतीत हो और आज की परिस्थितियों में आप कुछ इस तरह से इनोवेशंस करें कि आप स्वयं तो आत्मनिर्भर बने ही अपने देश, अपने शहर और अपने गांव को आत्मनिर्भर बनाएं। नमस्ते।
विभिन्न वक्ताओं के अपने विचार रखने के पश्चात जेजेटी विश्वविद्यालय के रजिस्ट्रार डॉक्टर मधु गुप्ता ने धन्यवाद ज्ञापन किया। साथ ही इस कार्यक्रम को सफल बनाने के लिए उन्होंने विश्वविद्यालय के चेयरपर्सन डॉक्टर विनोद टिबड़ेवाला, प्रेसिडेंट श्री बालकिशन टिबड़ेवाला, डॉक्टर अंजू सिंह, डॉक्टर अमन गुप्ता, डॉक्टर जयदीप शर्मा, डॉक्टर रूपाली तारू, डॉक्टर श्रीनिवासन अय्यर, डॉक्टर अजीत कासवां, डॉक्टर इकराम कुरैशी, डॉक्टर सुरेंद्र कुमार, डॉक्टर हरीश पुरोहित, डॉक्टर मुकेश कुमार, डॉक्टर नीरज बसोटिया, डॉक्टर शिव कुमार, श्री प्यारेलाल और श्री राजेश साई का दिल से आभार व्यक्त किया।
Good morning everybody. I am Dr. Madhu Gupta from JJT University. I would like to thank our chairperson for giving us the opportunity to work on international conference, and this is a very important topic which we are talking today. And I would like to thank our president Dr. Balkishan Tibrewala ji also for giving us and supporting us for this event. And really I am thankful to our international coordinator Dr. Anju Singh for her cooperation. And this is a really good topic, Atmanirbhar Bharat. Our Prime Minister Modi have dreamed about this, and this is a very important topic of the day. Every person should be self-independent. This is the theme of this particular conference. And if you go way back, you will find every citizen of India always was self-independent, self-reliance and self-motivated. That is why we say Bharat Sone ki Chidiya. So now I am really thankful to our technical team, to our management department, Dr. Jaideep Sharma ji, Dr. Rupali Taru and Dr. Srinivasan ji for giving us the full cooperation for this conference. And at last, not the least, I would like to thank our research scholars who always supported the JJT University for their work and dream. So really thankful to all.
आत्मनिर्भर भारत के बढ़ते मजबूत कदमों ने आज विश्व में यह संदेश तो दिया ही है कि प्रतिभा, ज्ञान, प्राकृतिक संपदा और संसाधनों से संपन्न भारत के नेतृत्व का संकल्प और उसमें देश की हर जनता की जागृत और सुनियोजित भागीदारी ने कभी इतिहास के पन्नों में दर्ज सोने की चिड़िया को एक बार पुनः प्रतिस्थापित कर दिया है। आज ज्ञान से विज्ञान तक विश्व में किसी की सुरक्षा देने से खुद की रक्षा करने तक भारत आत्मनिर्भरता की ओर तेजी से बढ़ चला है।